The first thing that you need to do to prepare for mediation is realize that mediation is going to be a very long, very stressful day. Mediation is negotiation. You also need to understand that you're probably not going to win everything you want, and both sides are going to walk away feeling like they won on some things, but they had to give more than they wanted on other things. So going into it with a mindset of this is a negotiation is going to be really important to setting yourself up for success. So step 2 to get ready for mediation is going to be to think about, what do you want? Right? If you win on every issue in mediation, what does that look like for you? What is a successful day going to be? What is your big, hairy, audacious goal? That could be anything, really, depending on what your goals are. So, thinking about what your goals are, trying to map out what would be a great settlement for you is going to be step 2, getting ready for mediation. Okay, so step 3, just as importantly, you need to know what your floor is. You need to know, if I don't at least have the equity out of the house that I'm entitled to, then I'm not settling. Or I have to win, this issue about the kids. I want to be able to be the one that makes those medical decisions and psychiatric decisions. That is a non-negotiable thing that you're going to have to win on in order to be able to reach a settlement. Step 4, mediation is a very long, very stressful day. So it's going to be important to set yourself up for success for that. So mediation in Texas is a caucus-style mediation. You and your attorney are going to be in one room. The other side and their attorney is going to be in another room, and the mediator is going to go back and forth and work a deal. It's stressful, y'all. There is a lot of decisions that are made during a mediation. So you're going to get to decision fatigue some point during the day. You can help set yourself up for success for that by, making sure you have a good night's sleep the night before, eating a good protein-based breakfast, having snacks that aren't going to have you having a crash in the middle of the afternoon. Those are things that are also not typically thought about, but are important to get ready for mediation. Okay, so a lot of people want to know, is an MSA final? In almost every instance, it is. A MSA is exceedingly hard to undo later. You have to be able to prove that you signed it under duress, which is really, really hard to do. In most cases, a mediated settlement agreement is final. And that's a good thing, but it's also a bad thing, right? So there's no mulligans, there's no do-overs. You can't undo it after the fact. You are locked in. The positive side of that is the opposing party is also locked in. They also can't undo the agreement that you just spend hours of stress and negotiation getting to. They can't undo the agreement, and neither can you. So there's no rule that you have to reach a settlement in mediation. It's negotiation, and we know that negotiations fail all the time, right? So it's not a fatal flaw if you don't reach an MSA. Sometimes the other side just isn't willing to come to the table and negotiate with you. And so the agreement that they are wanting to reach is one that you can't live with. And that's okay. It just means that either sometime down the road, maybe we can reach an agreement later, or it means you're going to final trial. Here's a pro tip about mediation. Your mediator is a neutral third party. They're going to come and talk to you in your room. They're going to go talk to the other party in their room, and they are neutral. They're not on your side. They're not on the other side. Their job is to listen to both sides and find kind of middle ground so that you can reach an agreement that you can both live with. The other thing to know about the mediator is they can't be called to testify if mediation fails. The offers that go back and forth during a mediation are protected by the rules of evidence from disclosure to the court. So it gives us freedom to explore different settlement ideas without the risk of the other side being able to come to court and say, well, they were willing to give this during mediation. They can't do that.